Speaker, my name is Honorable Mohammed Bello Elrufai. I represent the excellent people of Kaduna North. I'm from Kaduna State. Mr. Speaker, I'll try and be as quick as possible. It was a long day and I came late because I was unwell. Let's do this quickly. Short term, the President has rolled out a clear plan that we commend. A lot of my colleagues have rightly spoken about this and I agree. But our problem is not announcing plans. It's executing them with clear timelines. This Parliament must insist upon those timelines based on the President's recommendations. One thing I would like to add, Mr. Speaker, in addition to the recruitment, is the need for us to increase immediately the basic salaries and the welfares of police officers and soldiers, and we must find the money to do that. At present, Nigeria, put it this way, one police officer manages 600 Nigerians. The UN recommends that ratio should be 1 to 400. We are understaffed. The President has tackled that. That's one point in terms of the short-term solution. And I think, sir, you leadership and committee chairman like Honorable Jimmy Benson should keep an eye on this execution. We can't just make announcements. Let's say by February we're about to see XYZ. That will help. In the medium term, sir, there was a conviction recently of a terrorist, Boko Haram. I believe his name is Hussaini Ismail. He was convicted for 20 years by a high court. He was a Boko Haram terrorist. Nnamdi Kanu was convicted, I think, last week, and his own conviction said life sentence. I don't understand why one terrorist is getting 20 years and the other is getting a life sentence if you're saying that. I think Pastor made a good point. There's this idea that justice is served differently, and it affects the problem. Mr. Speaker, I'll conclude by saying this. I've been an advocate of state police. I've sought the wisdom of more experienced members like Honorable Sada Soli, Honorable Ado Dogwa, even yourself and the Speaker. I think the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. Somebody said that earlier. We cannot be sitting in Abuja and expecting operations to be efficient in Benue. We have to go back to communal policing. You that are older than us always tell us there was a time when if a guest comes to a community, everybody knows him. We have to get the traditional leaders involved and go back to state policing. This Parliament, under your leadership, and I know the excellent work you're doing in the Constitutional Review Committee, is looking at that. Sir, no time for election talk now. We have to tell the public a timeline to roll this out. The fear that governors will abuse it always shocks me because they already have all that power. I'll finally end by putting myself in trouble as usual. The North has an issue. My honorable sister mentioned why we've become a breeding ground for such things. This is why. We are not sending our children to school. Of late, you have bandits on TikTok holding monies. The younger people, younger than myself, that have no employment and no skill because we've neglected them. It's a failure on all our parts over the years. Mr. Speaker, these young people go on TikTok and see a criminal holding minted cash. He's suddenly exciting. You want to emulate him. Mr. Speaker, we can do whatever we want to do in terms of FDI, IGR, investments, but we are failing in our primary duty, which is to protect the people we serve. We must increase the welfare of police officers. Recruitment should not be by allocation, sir. Each state should provide the exact amount of numbers. It should be digitized. We should look for young Nigerians that want to join the army to serve, not because it's a job that's seen as something else. I'm sorry if I spoke too friendly, Mr. Speaker. We are relying on you and the members of the Constitutional Review Committee to not only follow up with the President's excellent announcement, but to finally roll out state police in this country. I hope I made my point, and I really appreciate the session today. And once again, sorry I came late. Thank you so much.
30 seconds more. You still have another 30 seconds.
Oh, I thought I didn't have time, Mr. Speaker. Fine, with the 30 seconds, let me... Sir? What? No, sir. I think the reason why I spoke like that, Mr. Speaker, is the passion is enough. You said something that I appreciated, and Honorable Benson said something earlier, and I was at fault. Shagaya and I were joking about something, and then you said this is not a funny matter. It's not. I also would like to implore all of us here. This is not a time for weddings, for events, as you rightly said, for dinners or public. You know, we should show that.
Time up, Honorable Elrufai. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. He finished making his speech. You gave him 10 minutes to redo his speech. All right. That brings us to the closing section of our 3 days engagement. And I want to thank the Parliament for showing dedication, patriotism, consistency. Some of you have sat here for 3 days, and Nigeria is watching. You did not come to the Parliament just to speak and go. You sat here to listen to every conversation, to note every opinion, so that when the resolution comes, you will not be surprised what you see on the resolution, because you were part of the debate. I want to thank you for being a true parliamentarian. And for those who also had other assignments to attend to, I want to thank them for participating in these deliberations. I'm sure Nigeria is listening. I'm sure the executives, they are listening even before our resolution comes out. We've noticed the body language of the executive, and today I started by reading the letter from Mr. President, which has answered most of our deliberations. And if there are more for him to look at, the executive, we are sure by the time the resolution is out, they will all be taken care of. Let me also announce, so that you can tell others, that there'll be another level of this engagement at the villa with the First Lady tomorrow. We'll continue this engagement, but at a different level, to deepen the conversation, to deep dive the more. It will be happening at the villa by 6 o'clock. We are advised to come by 5, banquet hall tomorrow. So that as a parliamentarian that the First Lady is or was, we'll be able to also pick her brain, and she will pick all ours with regards to supporting the various policies that will help us achieve this national objective, which is paramount and on the front burner of our agenda as a parliament. Having said that, I want to ask that the leader move that we adjourn this sitting till next week, Tuesday. We are going to continue another set of debates next week, but this time it's going to be on the Constitution. We will confirm to you before that.
Please kindly subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe as you watch this video. Thank you, and may God bless you, and like.